Hey, what's up, guys? It's Nick on the scene with Martini. Today I'm here with Joey and Rupa from Defy You. How are you guys doing?
Good.
I'm doing good, chilling.
I appreciate you guys coming on. You guys are a newer band that just trying to get your name out there. Could you guys just kind of give a backstory and how you guys formed? I know you guys were both a part of Buff Out, right? Is that kind of how you guys got into it, or?
I joined later. I joined like pretty like far like Defy You was already kind of doing stuff before I joined Buff Out.
Okay. Could you guys just go in like the backstory of how like Defy You kind of came about?
Do
Do you
you
want
want
me
to do it, Joey?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
Go for it.
So if we want to go like really far back, me and Rupa were trying to do like a straight edge hardcore band, and we were jamming with our friends Derek and Pat, and we were doing this band called Hard to Cope, I think it was called, and it never really like formed. Like it kind of did. Like getting practice together was kind of hard, and then like later on, I joined Buff Out, and I started like getting back into playing from there, and I really wanted to do a hardcore band, and Rupa really wanted to do a hardcore band again because he was in a band without Peace, and we were just like, hey, let's do this. We have like the same influences like that we wanted to go with, so we started jamming, me and him, at first, like trying to write some songs, and Defy You is kind of just born like that.
When you guys started, I saw on Instagram you guys started posting around like May, June of 2024. Were you guys playing for a long time prior to that before, or was it kind of just like, let's get into it, get rolling?
Um, so we probably started playing around March of of last year, and we played our technically our first show was we played, I think it was in May, and it wasn't, I guess it was like a secret set.
Mhm.
And we went on right before my old band Without Peace went on, and we played like two songs. It was in New Brunswick, and then we didn't play anything until August because we were still writing in the midst of writing songs, and we recorded in between then.
Gotcha. When you guys first started, did you guys have like, you guys are signed to RTF, right? Isn't that the label you guys are with? Was that
Yeah.
kind of like, did you guys go into it knowing that you guys were going to be with them, or did you guys kind of just get lucky and stumble upon that?
Um, I think Pat, who runs RTF, he was at the surprise set show that we played, and he was like, when you guys have stuff, send it, send it over. So I think I sent over maybe phone recordings, and he was like, this is sick, I want to put this out. And we were like, all right, that's awesome.
When you guys were doing like the phone recordings, then that's like when you guys started playing, and you said in March then? Is that the same stuff that was on your demo that you guys put out?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like the two songs, because we only played two songs at that like March, well, whatever show it was,
May.
May. We played two songs there, and we kind of had four, but like we only like finished two of them, so we're like, oh, we're just gonna do the two songs there, see how people react, and then um that guy Pat RTF was like, oh, okay, yeah, like send it to me, like Rupa said, but we already had kind of like four songs, so we just worked out like kind of like the kinks of it and cleaned them up, and then got real phone recordings and sent it to him before we went in to record the demo, like for real.
When you guys recorded the demo then, so do you guys have more songs than the four? Like, did you guys kind of pick, or was it you guys just kind of wrote together and got lucky and were like, shit, these four are good, we're gonna roll with it?
Pretty much. We were like, oh, this shit bangs. All right, we're good.
Fair enough. Do you guys like, for in terms of like recording then, do you guys have plans to put out like a full length or like another EP? Like what's kind of the route that you guys want to go then?
So next, actually, we just got done recording a promo.
Okay.
The promo is going to be on RTF, and it's two songs, and just got done recording them with our friend Sean, who plays in his band Never Again.
Hmm.
And we recorded with him. He's mixing it, doing everything, and we're going to put it out on RTF with hopes that this year, end of this year, early next year, we'll have out a like an EP, like a longer EP.
Yeah, like a six
So
song kind of deal.
yeah, so that's like around what we wanted to do. But those two songs on the promo would also be on the EP. So it's just kind of like putting out singles.
Gotcha. Do you feel like I know a lot of bands now are very EP heavy. Do you guys think that with like your style, you guys are going to stay more of like an EP kind of route, or do you guys want to do like a full length 10 to 12 song eventually, or is it kind of just taking it one step?
I mean, I think it'd be cool to do a full length. I've never done it. The most I've ever recorded was 8 songs, but I think it'd be cool to do, I guess what's the difference between 8 and 10?
Yeah.
But it's kind of just like whatever we're feeling at the time. Like I think right now we're pretty sounding like, all right, let's do an EP, but next thing could be a full length if someone wants to do it, or we could just be like, oh, let's just do an EP. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I remember seeing an interview with the front man of Big Boy, and he said after like the fifth song, he gets bored. That's why they only put out EPs. And I was like, that's fair. I was like,
Yeah, I
that's
mean
super fair.
it's so hard to write like a full length that keeps people's attention the entire way through. I feel like I've heard a lot of the time now it's that like it hits a certain point during the record and they're just like, all right, I'm done. I'm gonna turn something else on.
Yeah. You guys said like you guys wanted to have like a straight edge hardcore band. Was there like a few straight edge bands that kind of got you into wanting to be a hardcore band?
Man, I mean for me, Youth of Today has always been like the
Fair
number
enough.
one straight edge band for me. That was the band that made me go straight edge.
Mm,
So like that's like absolute number one. And like Grill Biscuits too.
yeah. Joe, I'm gonna
Yeah,
make you answer too.
I've getting to be straight edge. I mean, I think me and Rupa are the only people I think in Defy You that are straight edge, right?
Yeah.
So it's like being straight edge has always been like a big part of my life, and I always wanted to do a straight edge hardcore band, but I like Defy You still sick. I love it. But I guess bands that made me want to go straight edge or do a straight edge hardcore band was definitely just like the basics, like Minor Threat and stuff like that, but definitely like Gorilla Biscuits, 7 Seconds, stuff like that. Like really made me want to do like a faster type of like straight edge hardcore.
Were you guys straight edge then in your prior bands? Like it was kind of like a lifestyle and you guys kind of carried on, or is it more of like a recent kind of deal?
And I've been straight edge since I was 16.
Okay.
I'm 24.
Yeah, I
So
mean
Gotcha.
I
sorry.
yeah, you're good.
But yeah, I've been straight edge since I was 16. I'm 24 now. And it's just kind of been like a lifestyle. I like the music too. That just kind of like it came with it. Like I used to do stuff when I was younger, and then like I found all this like straight edge stuff, got through whatever I had going on at the time, and I was like, I'm gonna be straight edge because this is what I think is best for my life and what I believe in. So just kind of went that route.
Gotcha. I mean, especially there's a lot of straight edge bands too coming on, which is cool. A lot of new ones. And like when I always think of straight edge, one of my favorite bands is Have Heart. And like Pat is like the biggest advocate for straight edge. And I think it's cool too. Like he's been promoting a ton of like the Boston straight edge hardcore bands, which is sick. It's like, do you guys have like a modern, like, are you guys Have Heart fans too? Like, are you guys, or is it more just like that 80s, 90s stuff that really kind of got you into it then?
I mean, for me, as far as like modern straight edge bands go, No Tolerance is definitely like that's one of my favorites just because they're straight to the point
Hmm.
and I like that kind of like faster, harder style. And then but like other bands like Mindset and The First Step, those are other two like really great, I guess like somewhat recent straight edge bands that I really like a lot.
I gotcha. For like touring and stuff, you guys play like a number of shows in like what was it, Lakewood, Tom's River, East Rutherford, which was your recent show with Incendiary. You guys kind of did like a mini tour, which was like you think you guys played, what was it, Virginia, DC, Atlanta. How was that kind of like traveling, getting out of the New Jersey realm, like playing somewhere else? You know what I mean? Like, was it a different experience or?
It was
It was great. We so DC was the weekend before. We played on a Sunday, and it was cool. It was definitely like a different scene. It was a lot more like beat down stuff with the stuff we played, but it was still like a cool show. We played the pie shop in DC, which is like that was like an awesome spot. We got free pie, which is always a plus.
Yeah, might
and it
as
was
well.
good.
Yeah.
Yes, it was good. And then the following weekend we did Virginia to Atlanta, which that was a hike. But like both scenes loved us, and they both treated us great, which is like that's the best thing you could ask for.
Yeah, for Virginia, that was technically you guys were ahead of the bill for that one, right? I think you guys were top for that one.
They
That's how
want.
the flyer was.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
But yeah.
gotcha,
They
gotcha.
wanted us to be top, and then we were just kind of like, "Hey, could we go like second to headline?" And I think Junkhead went on after us, and they're sick.
Gotcha. I mean, me and Joe were just talking about that too. About like newer bands like begging to be on top of the bill. So it's cool too. Like you guys wanted to be on second. I don't know why. Like I feel like, and also too, like the second is always like everyone's pumped for the like headliner that night. So it's like the second, like it's always a good set because everyone just wants to beat the shit out of each other before before the headliner goes on to get warmed up. So was Incendiary then your biggest show probably so far?
For sure.
Yeah.
Incendiary was for sure our biggest show so far.
That's a cool show too. If like a bunch of like New York, East Coast bands too. Like, do you guys have any plans on like what's kind of like the next plans, I guess, for Defy You in terms of shows? Like, do you guys want to go West Coast? Do you guys want to tackle more of the East Coast, like play Philly,
I
etc.?
I think if like, because me and Rupa like talk about it a lot, like what we want to do next. Like we're trying to always plan ahead and like try to at least have a plan going forward instead of like going in super blind and like just letting whatever happens happens. We talked about just kind of taking shows like in this kind of like northeast area, like Virginia, like kind of like down there too.
Mm,
Um, until we kind of have like more songs out, like the EP we want out before we like really start like traveling and stuff. And we've always said like we wanted to hit Cali. Um, there's people that I know that want to get us down south too.
okay.
So that'd be really cool. Same thing with going west, like kind of anywhere. To be honest, I just want to travel with my friends, and I think doing that, but like with more songs out, would be the most beneficial for people who want to see us, people who are seeing us for the first time, and for us to kind of push what we have, you know, because I don't want to hit the road with 4 songs. I don't want to hit the road with like 6 songs. Like I just kind of want to like have more out, you know?
Yeah, have enough content to kind of play like a longer set. Would
Yeah.
you guys ever do like a cover of a song, or is that not what you guys want to do? Like a cover of like, like a Minor Threat or Biscuits or something like that?
Oh, I mean, we love covers. We've done a few. We've covered Mandatory Suicide by Slayer and Ride the Lightning.
Okay.
We've done that. And at the Incendiary show, we covered Won't Change for Me by Guns Up. And we love covering bands, especially ones that influence us, because like I think that covers are always fun. You can't
Yeah.
go wrong with one.
We
Do
did
you
CroMags too for like a
Oh,
little.
yeah, and CroMags.
We did like a couple of shows where we played that CroMags song.
Do you guys like kind of when you guys go into a cover then are you guys going into it uh basically trying to take it like Ride the Lightning for example and making that a hardcore song? Like are you guys trying to basically turn your own spin onto it?
The ride the
Nah.
the ride the lightning
Sorry.
and man, oh no, you're good. It's hard over Zoom. I'm sorry, but ride the lightning and mandatory suicide. We just kind of played the intro to the song. We just kind of opened the
Okay.
set with it,
Yeah.
but those songs are hard as fuck. So like we didn't really need to change anything of them. Like
Yeah.
so like that intro to Ride the Lightning came up as like kind of like a joke at first. We're like, oh, we should do this, you know, and it just kind of happened like last minute. Like Rupa and Mikey and John all went outside and like learned it like at the show, which was like funny. And then we just played it that night, and it was like people loved it, and it was sick, you know. But it was we're not really trying to put our spin on anything. We're just kind of like staying true to the original and like respecting the OGs, I guess.
Yeah, that's funny too that you say that. Like my one of my favorite things right now is with Haywire. Like they're playing like the most random covers and like I think they've been covering like The Cure. And I'm just
Oh
like
yeah,
that's so awesome like to have like a hardcore guy and then he does a da 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 then everyone starts beating the shit out of each other. Like I love like the mix-ups too though of kind of, just that's classics 90s and then you got hardcore. I really like that kind of mix-up as well.
the Cure cover they do is I think it was Sheer Terror cover they
Yeah,
Yeah.
sheer
so
terror
they're doing a
covered like
cover of a cover, which is pretty funny.
I mean, he knows what he's doing. I mean, their promoting's going crazy right now. So whatever he's doing, it's working for him.
Yeah, they're super sick.
Do you guys have any like for New Jersey, right? Like that's kind of like your home in terms of playing and stuff. Is there like any venues that you want to hit in Jersey that are like ones that you guys went to when you were younger or seen your favorite bands play at? Because I'm from Philly, so like everyone always says they want to play at, like the Electric Factory and UA and all like the church, obviously. But is there any stuff for like New Jersey that kind of stands out to you?
I mean, I grew up going to Starland Ballroom, like throughout my whole entire like teen years, and even
Yeah.
like before that, like my parents would bring me to shows at Starland, and it's like super close to my house.
Okay.
So I guess like playing Starland would be really cool, but it kind of like depends on the show.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean playing Starland would be really sick, but um the Black Box was a venue that like for the short time that it was a thing, I was like, damn, I really want to play there. I think it would be like really sick, and I got to, which was absolutely awesome. But I mean, I feel like there's not that many like huge venues that would kind of cater to a band like us in Jersey kind of left.
Hmm.
I don't know what Rupa's answer is, but I mean, I'm I was really happy doing the Black Box, and that was kind of like something on my list.
yeah, I mean, as far as like venues go, it would have been cool to play Salties in this band. I played it a few times in my other band, but it closed, I guess, like last year. But there's not really like a ton of like I mean, I love playing Cinco. That's always been the one spot that I love playing
Hmm.
because, it's ran by people who love and care about the scene. Excuse me. But House of Independence would also like that would have been like a cool venue to play. I think they're trying to do some stuff, but like I don't really know what the booking is like over there.
Since you guys are like kind of neighboring in terms of like New York, do you guys feel like you guys are going to be playing a lot of New York shows? You guys have played a good bit in New York, haven't you? Or is it mainly just Jersey so far?
We haven't played New York. We were supposed to play it for the Black and Blue pre-show, but we couldn't. But
Okay.
I mean, we love to play New York. I That's always been like a spot outside of New Jersey that I would always go to. That for me, I was always there seeing shows.
That's how I am now. I live probably like 2 hours away from New York, but I'm always traveling just to see a show. And there's always so much to do. And I feel like that's
Hmm.
one of the good things about New York too. It's like you're gonna get people to come to your shows that aren't hardcore fans because they see the flyer or they see, their friends go or whatever. And there's just so much to do and to get your name out there. I totally agree. I feel like New York would be a good spot for any hardcore band, especially now. Do you guys have any like what's like your guys' I don't want to say goals, but I guess I'll say goals. Like, do you guys want to start getting on like bills with like bigger bands and like supporting, or do you guys is the albums kind of or the EP the main thing that you guys want to focus on right now?
I mean, the EP is kind of like the main focus. Like we want to kind of like write and everything and like really get down to like writing the best thing that we can and seeing where it goes. But if a show comes along and they want us on it, like we're gonna play as long as we all can. So it's kind of I guess a little bit of both.
Mhm.
like, yeah, we're going to be focusing on writing, but if a show offer comes up, we're not going to just reject it because we're writing, you know?
Do you guys take most of the offers starting out? Like, or do you guys have to deny them because of like scheduling and stuff?
I mean, we always take as many as we can, and as long as it lines up with everyone's schedule. Like we never really turn away a show unless like, oh, drummer can't do it, singer can't do it.
Hmm.
Like the those are two pretty big ones that are
Yeah.
like hard to kind of like find a fill in for. I mean, you can't fill in a singer.
Yeah. Especially not short term.
Yeah.
The one time I did see it, I went to in Baltimore. I went to the festival that they were playing, the Sound and Memorial, something like that. And the Drug Church lead singer wasn't there, but the Touche Amore lead singer was there. And like
Okay.
he just
I
like
mean,
filled in and went crazy. But like that's also like one of those circumstances they've been friends forever and like played the
yeah.
songs together. But
Yeah,
I
I mean,
totally
it
agree with you.
happens sometimes.
Yeah.
I saw that once also at Warp Tour at PNC. Hatebreed was supposed to play, and Jamie Josta had to like fly home because like he had a family emergency. So like one they did like maybe like a 5 to 8 song set, but like they had one singer from like other bands and other people from other bands that love Hatebreed like fill
Yeah.
in on vocals, like one for each song.
That's sick.
And it was like Guar did one, like the singer of Guar came out in, like full costume and did one. Singer of Stick to Your Guns did one. Like it was pretty cool to see like everyone's vocals like doing a Hatebreed track.
I feel like seeing the guy from Gore in full costume doing a
That was
Hatebreed song is probably insane.
Yeah, they like killed like at the end, like the person who was on before him, I didn't know, and I think he like came on with like an axe and like killed the person who did the song before him, and then like took the mic and finished the set. It was like really fun. It was just like one of those moments where like you're not gonna see that, like anytime else.
Yeah, and I feel like Warped Tour is the place to see that. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
did you, so when you guys have been in other bands before, is there like a different approach you guys are kind of doing with Defy You, just in terms of like marketing and performing, or is it kind of just play as much, perform as much, get out there?
Yeah, I mean, we don't do any type of marketing. We we write the songs, we'll put them out whether someone wants to put them out or we just do it ourselves, and we'll play as many shows as we can, and we'll try to book as many shows as we can because that's really the best thing to do if you're trying to be in a hardcore band. Like you don't want to like you just put out your demo, you have someone like managing your social media, or you have like a touring agent. Like you don't need that when you're just in a hardcore band that's like,
Mhm.
that's just like a local thing. That's like for bands that are actual like, touring musicians that make a living off of it. Like for this is just we play as many shows as we can, and the ones that we can book, or we get someone to help us, like one of our friends or something.
We like to keep
Gotcha.
it very DIY.
Yeah, is that kind of the realm you guys are going to try to stick with for as long as you can until you guys blow up?
I mean, yeah, for sure. I mean, me and Rupa coming into this band, like we came from bands that were doing different things.
Hmm.
Like for example, like Buff Out is very like marketing heavy, and they like doing like the whole like our drummer Jeremy does a lot of it, and he does a lot of like the TikTok stuff or like whatever he has to do because it's a whole different scene. Like we're playing like kind of like post hardcore like kind of stuff. So it's very different than what Defy You's doing, like different scene. So how you get people to listen to your music is completely different. But when we started Defy You, we were kind of like, let's just do everything super DIY. Like get if we want to play out of state, get a connection from one of our friends who like played there and be like, hey, who booked you down there? And then
Hmm.
just kind of go through that because that's how we got Virginia. And Atlanta was a friend of mine who moved down there. So it was just a super DIY kind of thing. And I think we want to kind of keep it that way.
When you guys released your demo, was that through RTF or did you guys solo release it?
Yeah, that was through RTF.
Would have you guys would you guys have like self-published it then if you didn't have RTF kind of backing you right away, or were you guys kind of waiting for that label just to have that foundation to start with?
I mean, we would have 100% done it ourselves. Any band that I've done before, I've always the Defy You has been the first band where there's actually been like someone else being like, "All right, we'll put it out for you."
Mhm.
Like I always put my music out by myself, pretty much.
Did you feel like the process was easier having someone to kind of help you out there?
I mean, it was definitely nice. We were definitely kind of more involved with like, oh, we're gonna do this cassette color. What do you think? And we're like,
Mhm.
oh yeah, that's awesome. I mean, I'm sure Joey also like it was definitely easier for
Yeah,
him too.
for sure. It was one of the kind of, I think the first band I've been in that was like a label was kind of like, hey, we want to like put you guys out. Like, especially like right at the start, it was really cool. And to have like a say of like, hey, we're gonna do cassettes. Like, what were you thinking for color? I was thinking this, and it's like, it's really cool. It's like teenage me is like really happy.
I was gonna say that's kind of like I feel like a goal in some ways to get signed to a label, have a supporting, start a fan base, like to have that in the beginning is probably super helpful and super like starting a band. I mean, I've talked to a ton of bands and starting a band's obviously like the hardest thing, like getting your name out there, feeling um not I don't want to say like accept it, but you know what I mean? Like someone else out there appreciates what you guys are gonna be putting out there. So it probably makes it a little bit easier to go out there and do that, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
When I was talking to Brian from Incendiary, he was saying that they've probably have played more bad shows as a whole as a group than they played good shows in total. So like to have support from the beginning too is also I feel like super important. But that was my little tangent on that, I guess.
I mean, Art Incendiary is also like a band that was on RTF,
Mm.
so like having like kind of like a label that was has had such an impact on like the New Jersey hardcore scene since its like start, and like I've seen even growing up a lot of bands that I was going to see that like inspired me to want to do music and like really made me get involved in the scene were all on RTF Records. So it's kind of cool to now be part of a label that has such a rich history like in New Jersey. And Pat has been nothing but helpful, supportive, and just awesome to work with.
Is Pat like the guy for RTF, or is it kind of like a specific guy to defy you?
Pat's
I
like
mean,
The
like
guy.
yeah,
he's Mr. RTF. That's what I call
Sorry. I'm sure he loves that. Oh, well, I appreciate you guys for coming on. Thank you so much. Guys,
yeah.
there's going to be a ton of links below. It's going to have do you guys have a link tree?
Yeah,
I think
I think
so.
so. Yeah, we'll put your guys' link tree down there. Check out the demo. The demo is absolutely sick. It's 4 songs. I think you guys can still order it from cassette. Yeah, check that out. Thanks again, guys.
Cool.
thank you.
Thank you.